live. Okay, so objective today, we are going to be factoring polynomials. What we factored last year was just quadratics. We just factored x squared stuff last year, right? X squared stuff we factored last year, like our warm-up thing, our sheet, right? We did these. And these are pretty much just x squareds, right? So this one's different. Now, before we start, you can factor what we call cubes. Now, this is different. This is a cube plus a cube, okay? And here's the formula, right? This is totally different than, I'm going to write on the board. Okay, I want you to see this. A plus B cubed. Okay, are you looking? This is not the same question. This is Pascal's triangle, right? This is factoring. See the difference? This is not factoring. This one's Pascal's triangle. You see it? This is factoring. Do you see the difference where there's no parentheses, right? It's cube plus cube, okay? A lot of kids will get to the test and they'll see this, right? And then they'll think it's the same problem. It's not the same problem, okay? This is a plus b, a plus b, a plus b, which you Pascal's triangle. What we're doing today is factoring, okay? So how does it work? Well, there's a rule, there's a formula. And the formula makes it pretty easy, okay? So if I've got a cubed plus b cubed, the formula is just a plus b, whatever a is, times a squared minus ab plus b squared, okay? So if I'm going to do example 1, what I need to do is make it into a cubed plus a cubed. 27 is a cubed number. 27 is a cubed number. 3 cubed. You guys you realize that? So I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to rewrite this as a x cubed plus a 3 cubed. Okay, now I wrote it with parentheses. You don't need the parentheses, but I'm going to put the parentheses there anyway, okay? So I've got, you don't need them, but I'm going to put them there anyway just because it's going to help me, okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this formula. I'm going to go a cubed plus b cubed, but my a is my x, does that make sense? And my b is my 3. So this is not hard. So I'm going to let my a, in this problem, my a is my x, and my b is my 3, and I'm just going to plug them into this formula, that's all. So instead of writing a plus b, I'm going to write x plus 3. So my answer is going to be, so if I've got a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared, instead of writing a, we're going to write x, because the problem has to do with x's and 3. So I'm going to write x plus, and b we said was 3, a squared, but x is a, so it's going to be an x squared, minus a times b. So if I multiply these two, I get a 3x. I can get x3, but make it 3x, right? So if I multiply these, I get minus a 3x, plus a b squared. So b is 3. What's 3 squared is? 9, right? Plus 9. That's your answer. That's your answer. That was pretty easy, wasn't it? Okay, let's do the next one. Okay, so you also have the exact same formula except for it's subtract. So the only difference in subtract is where the signs are. So it's nearly the exact same problem. But if it's a cubed minus b cubed, it's just going to be an a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared. So the signs are just switched around. So same problem. So let's take a look at number 2. Now first of all, number 2, we got to make these into a cube. Now 27 is a cube. What is it? 27 is a cube. 3 cubed, right? So I'm going to rewrite this as 3x cubed. See, I've got 8 is a perfect cube. What's 8? 8 is a perfect cube. 2. Everybody agree? 2 cubed. Okay, so I'm going to go 2 cubed. So instead of a's and b's, I've got 3x and 2's, right? Instead of a's and b's, I've got 2. So let's let my a be 3x. We'll let my b be 2, right? So I'm going to use my formula. I'm going to go, okay, my formula is a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared, okay? And instead of writing a, I'm going to write 3x. Instead of writing b, I'm going to write 2, okay?
Instead of writing a squared, I'm going to write 9x squared. And instead of writing a, b, I'm going to write 6x. And instead of writing b squared, I'm going to write 4. Okay, so let's do it. So, a minus b, or 3x minus 2, because that's what a and b are. Okay? Parentheses, a squared. So if I have to square this, a squared is really going to be a 9x squared. You see that? 9x squared, because I squared that. And then plus a times b. So if I multiply these two, I get a 6x plus a 6x plus b squared. So 2 squared is 4. That's it. That's not that bad, is it? You guys agree it's not that bad? The trick to doing these is making your cubes right off the beginning. Okay, you got to make your cubes. Okay. All right, now example 3. We did this last year, but we're going to factor by grouping. 4 terms, group them. I'll say it again. When you see 4 terms, pair them up, group them. One more time. When you see 4 terms, what are you going to do? Pair them up, group them. So let's put these 2 together. Let's put these 2 together. Okay. So we pair them up, and now we're going to common factor. So we're going to group and common factor. Okay, I can do that. So let's just take a look at the first 2. What do they have in common?
X.
More, yes. X squared, right? So you guys agree they have an x squared in common? So I'm going to take out the x squared. And if I take out the x squared, what's left over is just an x minus 3. Okay, and we can double check it. X squared times x makes an x cubed. X squared times negative 3 makes a negative 3 squared. Okay, what do these 2 have in common?
2.
They got a 2, so we'll take out a positive 2. And if I take out a 2, I'd have a x minus 3. Okay, how am I doing? Now we can go and do it again. What do these 2 have in common? They got a parentheses x minus 3, right? So I write that down. Now I know I see 2 of them, but in a sense we're taking the 1 out. And to make it less confusing, when you take out the x minus 3, sometimes I just like to cancel it out, okay? I pulled it out, okay? What's left over? X squared plus 2. You're done. You can do this, can't you? Right? You can do this. 4 terms, group them up. Okay, turn the page.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I will.
What happens to the x squared on the outside?
The x squared on the outside, right here. Oh, so when that's gone, here's my x squared plus 2. So if I take that out, what's left over? X squared plus 2 is right here. And Autumn, if you were to multiply this all the way out, you'll get your original problem. So I took out the, that's why I like to cross it out. If I take out the x minus 3, what's left over? X squared plus 2, and I put it right there.
All right.
Hold on, Jay, don't go anywhere yet. Hold on, Jay, I'm not done. Okay. All right. We got one problem. I want you to see it, okay? One problem. So now, number 4. All right. I want to make sure you see this, huh? So. Okay, there you go. Yeah, by GPA, exactly. So. There you go. That is my discrimination. Yep. That's true. So. Yep. So I got an x to the 4th, right? Got an x to the 4th. How about, you ready? X squared. Okay. X squared. Okay. X squared makes my x to the 4th, right? Now, what times what makes 36?
6.
Okay, 6 and 6. But that will make it 13. 6 and 6, yeah, that will make 13. What else?
3 and 12.
3 and 12, that won't make 13, right? 4 and 9.
Yeah.
4 and 9. 4 and 9. What's 4 plus 9? But we need a negative 13.
So minus 4 minus.
Minus 4 minus 9. Okay. All right. Now,
Hold on.
Again. So when we factored this one, remember when we factored this one? What did we do? We went x plus 6, x minus 6, right? So we can do this again. So let's factor x squared minus 4 into what?
X minus 2.
There you go. Thanks, Seth. We can do this one again. What's this one going to be?
X plus 3 is x minus.
Now, if we'd put an equal sign on this, how many answers should I have?
4.
I should have 4 answers. And I would get 4 answers, right? I'd get -2, I'd get +2, -3, and +3, right? X to the 4th, 4 answers, right? Very cool. All right. Jay, you may use the bathroom. Okay, make it quick, please. Now, see, but then you didn't miss this really cool